Okay. The reason of having examination into consideration, I wanted to know how much you are able to recollect of your studying of semester 5, because until unless of GST semester 5 you are aware, it will be difficult for us to start even the GST semester 6, because it is purely depend what we have studied earlier. So can I have any answer from you all? What was there? Which act we have referred, etc., etc. Any of you who can just summarize the GST which we have learned in semester 5 for all of us. And I am very thankful to Anjali, Roshan, Kishan, who has given me the feedback, Gudia, for their feedback regarding online examination. Thank you very much for your participation. Once again, I hope you have forgotten that it is compulsory for have the online video mode on whenever there is online session. The attendance will be given on that basis only. So now I will not going to intimate you every now and then. If it is not so, I hope my team will going to consider this and those students will not be marked present, because we need mentally and physically presence of the student, not merely just put the things on and students are here and there, something like that. So can I have your answer of semester 5 GST? Yeah, because that things has been, that software has been such that is not supporting Apple. That is one drawback. There are several drawbacks also which we could rectify. Okay, so see, try to understand, Roshan, everyone is learning something because of this pandemic. The things are in learning phase. So this kind of inefficiency you will get. Once the things will be there firm in days to come, things will be much effective for all of us. Okay? But I will always advise, whenever you are appearing for your exam, always try to appear the exam through laptop. This is my, humble advice and request from all of you. Either your PC or laptop. For examination, don't use your mobile phone. I believe that is not appropriate being a student. Okay. GST, semester 5. What we had? I was expecting this kind of mum from all the students. So, no, yes. So, actually, we had most of the CGST Act in our syllabus, CGST Act 2017. Section 1 to Section 30 of CGST Act we have studied. Section 1, everyone is knowing, it is talking about introductory aspect of GST. Section 2 is always talking about definition. Section 3, 4, 5, 6 is talking about GSTN, how it is to be framed, what will be there, who will be the member, what will be the rights, how the consolidation and integration between state to central or center to state, how the sharing could be done, etc., etc. And then we had section 7, which talks about supply, very, very important section of semester 5, which talks about supply. Then we had section 8, which talks about types of supply, mixed and composite, and deemed supply. Section 9, levied levy of tax, computation and levy of tax. Section 10 composition scheme, Section 11 exemptions, Section 12 time of supply for goods, Section 13 time of supply for services, Section 14 change in tax rate, Section 15 value of supply, Section 16 to 21 ITC, what are the different provisions, who will get, how we can make the set off, all from 16 to 21 is entirely dedicated to ITC, input tax credit. 22 to 30 talks about registration, how we do, how we can revoke, how we can cancel, what is compulsory registration, how NRI can do the registration, how we can do the modification in registration, etc., etc. Am I right? Yes or no? So if you have assignment book, kindly go through it. Okay? Keep it in your record and continue from there only if there is pages available. If not, get a new book and start writing GST part 2. In semester 6, there are 2 to 3 units which are dedicatedly given for GST and remaining 2 for Custom Act, which is also in part and parcel of our syllabus. Okay, so let us go to the Act itself. But before that, I would like to ask, how many of you have gone through the syllabus? Have you got the syllabus? How many of you gone through the syllabus? Again, I was expecting the same. In spite of sharing the syllabus once again, because in semester 5th also I have given it to you. And once this session got started, then also I took this initiative to sharing the syllabus to you all. And I was expecting this kind of feedback from the student, because once upon a time we were also a student. But honestly speaking, we were not like you guys. ऐसा नहीं कि we are making tall claims, but honestly we were not like you guys. Because at that point of time, clearing professional exams were very tough. Today, so everything you are having on hand. That time nothing was there. Okay, so we used to be very particular about all this. So keeping that things in view, in mind, let me first discuss about syllabus of semester 6. This is how it will go. Okay, so first 3 units, first 30 lectures, of 40 minutes, will be dedicated to GST, and remaining 30 lectures is dedicated to Custom Act 1962. It is the old act only which we are going to learn. Once again, it is my request, if you do not have things with you, you can keep the screenshot with you, even from PC also. वहाँ पे print screen करके एक option रहता है. You can keep that screen print with you all, keep this record and subsequently incorporate in your assignment book. Am I very clear to you all? Okay. So first we are going to talk about payment of tax, then refunds, filing the returns, and these all are theoretical: accounts, audit, assessment, and records. They are talking about payment of tax. Dear students, I believe you must be very much, and these are the detailed syllabus. These are the detailed syllabus. Okay, then I will start. These are the contents of Unit 1, So यहाँ पे भी देखो पहला थिंग क्या है, कंप्यूटर, दैट इज व्हाट आई वाज टॉकिंग अबाउट. When we talk about payment, first it will come computation of tax liability. Agreed or not? Then only we can pay, no? What we are going to pay, tell me. What we are going to pay? What we are going to pay? Very simple question. If they are asking payment of tax, what we are going to pay? Tax. Yes. And it, and to be very precise and specific, GST. So first we need to know what is the GST, no? Then only we will pay. So again in payment of tax, you will find computation part, which we have learned in semester 5. Okay, to have the knowledge of computation of tax, what things are required? Can you tell me? What things were required? So we were going to discuss these aspects in detail. So then we have return, accounts, audit, assessment and record. This is the part of GST. And this is the syllabus of your Custom Act in detail. This has been already given to you all. Kindly keep it for your reference. Don't follow the old syllabus. This revised syllabus is very much required, and see always they write, okay, whatever the relevant changes is coming in the any act or rules will be going to applicable in the syllabus. That is why even in last semester you have seen there are changes which had been took place in registration. There were changes which took place in your ITC settlement. All I have given you in extra supplement for you to study. Yes or no? I have given you separately those things. Yes. To have the tax liability, we should know what is the value. But before don't take it in that depth. When we talk about payment of tax or computation of tax, it is very important. First, we should know what are the different types of tax. As far as GST is concerned, we have done many practice of taxation. Okay. Can you tell me which are different types of tax in GST? Which are different types of tax? This is how we are going to refer all these sections. We have section 49 for payment of tax in unit 1. Section 50 which talks about interest. Section 51 which talks about TDS, tax deducted at source. Section 52 which talks about TCX, tax credited at source. Section 53 which talks about returns, and section 54 which talks about refund. All these sections are there in unit 1, which we are going to discuss in detail in our journey of GST part 2. So here also you must have seen that how specific I am as far as learning methodology is concerned of GST part 2. Agreed or not? You must have seen everything is very crystal clear when it comes to GST. All sections, section 49 to 54, okay, is comprises in unit 1 of your syllabus. Yes, I got the answer again. I believe there is only one student who is learning in this class, Austin, because other student is not replying. Why so? Why other are mum? Siddesh, Dheeraj, Kunwar, Snehal. Are you there in the class? Paras, Krupa, Prince, Jayashree. Or only your recording and putting your face is going to give you the marks? I mean, out of 41, 42 students, only one is responding. So I believe there is only one student who is present in the class. And it was very simple question which has been raised, and I think I got very fair and very right answer. Okay, yes, it is right answer, Austin. There is CGST, IGST, SGST, and sometime in spite of SGST, it could be UTGST. Yes, that Aman has got me the second effective answer or right answer. He has very effectively incorporated UTGST over there. So to have all these things, our concept started from inter and intra. Yes or no? Whether the supply is inter or supply is intra. Yes or no? If it is interstate supply, then IGST will be applicable. Or if it is intrastate supply, then CGST and SGST will be applicable. Yes or no? So for that we should learn inter and intra. Yes or no? Inter and intra concept is very, very important for us. Intra means within the state. So when there is a movement of goods and services within the state, it is known as intrastate transaction. And when there is a movement of goods and services between two states, from one state to another state, then it is known as inter. So I hope your fundamental regarding intra is clear. Your fundamental regarding IGST, CGST and UTGST, SGST is clear. Yes or no? Your fundamental regarding different tax rate is clear under the regime of GST. Yes or no? Am I audible to you all? Am I visible to you all? I doubt sometimes. अभी बोला वीडियो ऑन कर देने के लिए, वीडियो ऑन करके सब बैठे हुए हैं. उसके बाद क्या हो रहा है गॉड नोज. ऐसा नहीं चाहिए. वी वांट इंटरैक्शन. इवन दो वीडियो इज ऑफ, you are interacting, you are answering me, it is sufficient for me, which shows that yes, you are involved in class. You can unmute, you can answer. If you are not comfortable with, even in the class, you used to answer. Same kind of things we should have. That is why nowadays I'm always keeping this option open, that you can unmute and you can answer those things if you want to answer any queries or the things which has been asked from my end. Okay? So this is all we are going to learn. First we are going to talk about payment of tax. Okay. Before that we need to know computation of tax. Okay. We need to know interest if there is a delay in payment. Last time we used to take into consideration there will be interest penalty which will be charged, or there will be any late fees or any kind of charges will be imposed. So this all we are going to learn in section 50. Section 51, in direct tax also you have had this concept which is known as TDS, tax deducted at source. था क्या डायरेक्ट टैक्स में? सेमेस्टर 4 में टीडीएस करके था टीडीएस ऑन सैलरी, टीडीएस ऑन हाउस प्रॉपर्टी, टीडीएस ऑन advertisement, TDS on commission. The same way here also there is a concept of TDS in GST. And TCS, tax credited at source. So all these sections, section 49 to 54 are very important. So we should learn all this section. I mean, our learning should go hand on hand with the sections. And there will be very much question based on these sections. पूछ सकते कि नहीं? In MCQ there is very big probability of having the questions based on sections. Agreed or not? Yes. And that is why these notes I am providing to you all. You also maintain a note. Don't keep the screenshot. Write it in your assignment book. Write it in your notebook. Like a earlier student of mine who were studying earlier, they were writing during the lecture and they have kept it this record. So if you see this entirely covering your, which is there in your unit 1, everything I have considered. Yes or no? So section 49 to 54. Section 49 to 54 is nothing but part and parcel of unit 1. Then we will see when we will go to unit 2. Okay? So I hope you must have understood the concept of TCS. You must have understood the concept of TDS, interest on delayed payment. Okay? Payment of tax and computation of tax liability is the previous concept. Payment we are going to teach you this year in a different way. I hope we have discussed different types of ledger during last lecture. Liability ledger, cash ledger and credit ledger. Liability ledger talks about output tax liability. Credit ledger talk about ITC. And cash ledger talks about how we made the payment after deducting or after having set off from ITC. This all we are going to have a deliberation and discussion in detail. But before that, we will be starting from section 49 in subsequent lecture. And the same pattern I have followed. Okay, I can give you all these theoretical notes which is there. I hope you must be knowing. This is all available. But if you start learning from this, it will be difficult for you to manage one chapter. Agreed or not? So same thing if we will learn through tabular form, which rightly I have just now given in front of you. It will be easy for you to remember, recollect, reproduce. Same चीज अभी मैंने आपको दिखाया. Section 41, Section 49 subsection 1 मैं बताऊंगा क्या है. 49 subsection 2. It's all I'm going to teach you. In tabular form. Okay. So what is the gist of section 49(1), which is explained in several lines descriptively, that every deposit made towards tax, interest, penalty, fees or any other amount by a person by internet banking or by using the credit or debit card or National Electronic Fund Transfer, NEFT, okay, or real-time gross settlement, RTGS, okay. By such Other mode subject to such condition, restriction may be prescribed, shall be credited to the electronic cash ledger. And just now I told you, there will be three ledgers: cash ledger, liability ledger, and credit ledger, as such in the manner prescribed. So what I have done here for you guys, first I have discussed and described all subsection till 9. And then I have given you what is the liability ledger, how it looks like. What is the credit ledger, how it looks like. What is the cash ledger, how it looks like. Because these things have not been explained by the Act. This is explained under rule. So rule 85 talks about liability ledger. Rule 86 talks about credit ledger. Rule 87 talks about cash ledger. And rule 88 talks about transaction UPI number. Okay. One more thing, due to other administrative commitment, in this semester I am not teaching to other divisions. So it will be your moral and ethical duty to supply them the notes immediately after my lecture. Am I very clear to you all? Okay. In TY BAF I am teaching only in one semester. Unfortunately I am not be there, as I was teaching the taxation during last semester in all three divisions. So what will be your job? Kindly pass on the things to them on regular basis, to division B and division C students. Is it clear to you all? Yes or no? My God, torture है बच्चे लोग. So again, I think I am teaching only one student, no, two students. Bhagyasri also joined. Yes, CR came into existence. Vidisha is also stating. Because see, we have to assist each other. We have to help each other. Yes, everyone kindly return the books. I think I've already mentioned, if I'm not going to get your books, your grade card will not be given to you all. Yesterday also there was grade card distribution. इसका जो भी पेंडिंग था उनको हम लोगों ने ग्रेड कार्ड नहीं दिया of semester 6 university. So Sakshi, even I have intimated to the last year students, 1920 batch also, and they will be definitely very much going to be in touch with you all, because due to pandemic they could not able to do the follow up, and books are available to you all and you have not refunded them. So kindly refund the book, even though it is our departmental library book. It has been given you to study. So have certain ethics. Several times we have displayed the things in your class. You have seen your name, still you are not responding to them. It's very bad and sad from your part. So I've done that. Even the last year batch also, Sakshi, have intimated them. They'll get back to you and they will return their books. We don't know, we will update you everything through notice or WhatsApp messages. Thank you everyone. See you in next lecture, probably tomorrow.